Thanks so much. Well, Grand Parade Investments defined its 2013 financial year as a growth phase. This resulted in a significant increase in overhead costs. The group's executive chairman, Hussein Adams, is joining us now from Cape Town to discuss its full year results. Thanks for joining us today, Hussein. So just looking at kind of the overall statement there, you've got operating profit, which was down 23% to just over or almost around 71 million rand. And if you look at that cost line there, certainly outpacing any revenue growth. So just break it down for us what you mean by the phase where you're in expansionary phase right now and how that has fed into expenses during the period.
Thank you, Samantha, and good evening to you and your, or good afternoon to you and your viewers. Look, the decrease in headline earnings is an adjustment that was made as a result of last year's transaction with Sun International, which was a substantial transaction. And also, more so, the costs that we incurred as a result of the Burger King acquisition. So really, it's not a material issue. We have shown growth, as you have seen from our results. We've shown a 14% increase in group revenue and a 17% increase in slots revenue, and the adjusted headline earnings shows a 6% increase.
Mm-hmm. So if you, as you say, there's impairments and everything that you have to take into account. But what I was trying to get at is you are spending quite a bit of money in increasing your core staff base right now. You spend quite a bit of money on the Burger King acquisition. So tell us about cost management during a time like this and how it is. I mean, if you look at the operating profit line, it certainly is diminishing what we're seeing in terms of top line growth.
Well, I can tell you quite confidently that we've made a conscious decision to grow this business and to use our war chest to do so. And more so, to enable us to do so, we needed to increase the head count. So the philosophy of Grand Parade Investment is that to invest in people. We've invested in quite a lot of people, and it's already shown significant results. If you look at Burger King alone, we've only got 3 shops open, and in 4 months, we have achieved nearly 20 million rand in revenue. Mm-hmm. and that's growing significantly, and we've only rolled out 3 stores. If you look at our slots business, we've increased our footprint substantially, so much so that we now have 6,000 machine licenses. And in Gauteng especially, we will double our number of machines before the end of the year. So, you know, you need people to do that. Mm-hmm. And to grow the business, you need to make quite sure that you invest in people first, you know.
Let's talk about your venture into the fast food industry, because as you say, Burger King has exceeded expectations, and you're looking to roll out these stores with Sasol next year in their fuel stations. So why are you focusing specifically on fuel stations? And talk to us about the capex spend that is going to go into that. I mean, and who shares the cost between that investment?
Yeah, look, I mean, with regard to Sasol, they came to us and they put a very sweet deal on the table. We're very appreciative of that, where they incur all the capital costs. We don't incur any of those costs, but it just gives us an opportunity to extend the footprint without any capex expenditure. So that, in my opinion, allows us to get Burger King to areas where it would have taken much longer. With regard to the other stores, we are now going to aggressively roll out those stores throughout the country as soon as we get our factories up. We've already started with the implementation of the factory to produce all the protein, and that's going to happen very soon, and we should be up and running by the end of the year. And we're hoping that we will be not only supplying our own stores, but we'll be supplying stores throughout Africa, including the Middle East, with patties, that is the burger patties and all the other protein that's needed in the rest of Africa and Middle East. I think we're favorably placed because we will produce a halal patty, and in the Middle East we could do that much cheaper just based on our exchange rate that we are seeing at the moment.
I mean, it's almost like you're going into vertical integration there, and one might look at you relative to another competitor has also ventured more and more into manufacturing. So is that how one should see Grand Parade evolving when we're talking about your food part of the business?
Yeah, look, I mean, you know, we want to create job opportunities and employment in various sectors, and that's what GPI is all about. You know, we're represented by 15,000 people, of ordinary people, and if we can create not only jobs but careers for them, then we should try and do that. This is what this country needs. This country needs more employment and more career-orientated people. So that's where we're heading, you know.
Hussein, one last thing that certainly caught our eye today is the fact that you put in a request for proposal that to the National Lottery, which costs around 50,000 Rand to do, to look at potentially submitting a bid for the lottery here in South Africa. That will be a further 2.5 million Rand just for that submission. But tell us about the rationale behind looking at the National Lottery. I mean, where do you see your expertise helping you in this bid? And do you think that there's a chance that you might in fact get it?
Well, we wouldn't be bidding if we didn't think there was a chance. You know, we're probably the most broad-based gaming company in the country, representing communities from all over South Africa and maybe a total of 15,000 shareholders. As a listed company, you never know exactly how many people there is on board. But let me just say to you, we don't profess to have the expertise in running a lottery. So we have engaged probably one of Europe's biggest lottery operators and Europe's oldest lottery operator to come on board with us. We've had lots of discussions with them. They've flown in from Europe to have meetings with us here. So not only will we bid for the lottery in terms of having a highly qualified operator with us, but also we will be able to manufacture these machines, these lottery machines locally, and encouraging local labor to participate in the production of these machines. We're not going to import machines. We have the capability of doing so. We've established factories in Atlantis to do the slot machines, and those will double up for the lottery machines. So I think we're well placed for a license of such a nature, and more so having, you know, focus on trying to keep it local. You know, when local I mean South African, and so as to produce most of the machines here too.
Yep. Thanks for joining us today and, of course, shedding some light on your plans going forward. Hussein Adams, Executive Chairman at Grand Parade Investments.